Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for the week of February 3rd. You have the Tower and the Man. So, the Tower can represent loneliness in the Lenormand. This is the Gilded Lenormand right here. So this could literally represent a lonely man. Lenormand is meant to be kind of read literally, and just know that. But again, I kind of feel this is a person you're attracting. So even if you're interested in women or whatever, or aliens, it doesn't matter what you're interested in. Then I would say that it's almost like you could be attracting a lonely person. I don't know. That could be like a little bit of a warning, right? Sometimes lonely people aren't healed or they need to heal. That doesn't mean you can't like date this person. It just means, pay attention and make sure they're healed. And if they're not healed, there's nothing wrong with saying like, hey, come back to me when you are healed. And sometimes that snaps people out of it. So, if you're dealing with a new person or if you meet a new person where they're, distant or, maybe they are, kind of like being too critical or whatever of things that you're doing, probably because they were hurt, then it might be time to have that conversation. Again, it doesn't look bad to me here. It actually looks good. I'm with the 10 of Cups and the 4 of Wands. But, if you're with a person right now who's acting this way, then maybe you need to have a conversation. In your current general energies, you have the 10 of Swords, King of Wands, and the Hierophant. The 10 of Swords can say something is dead, done, over with, but he's making a symbol with his hands here, and that symbol represents a blessing. And so the 10 of Swords can represent like a blessing in disguise coming in for you. I do feel like some of you might be just feeling a little bit more lonely. Like maybe it's kind of funny because I feel some of you, maybe you don't normally feel lonely. You're Gemini, you're twins, so you probably can entertain yourself, right, and just do things by yourself and be perfectly fine. But I do get that feeling that you could be feeling like isolated or lonely at like this week in particular. And you have the 3 of Cups right next to it. So, I feel there are plenty of people that want to do things with you. It really wouldn't surprise me if you were finding new friends this year. Like, I feel, even though this is a weekly reading, that I feel this year could be a really good year for you to, like, meet new people and find new friends and things like that as well. Like, like I'm a Gemini moon, and it's funny to see this coming up here because even, like, I just signed up for some classes that I'm going to be taking, and, like, I'm sure I'll meet new people. And so, again, it's like, I haven't done anything to meet new people in a very long time. So, it makes sense is what I'm trying to say. Like, you totally could be doing things like that. You have the King of Wands. The King of Wands is about being bold, being assertive, really going for what you want. He's like the true entrepreneur in the tarot. You have really good money card at the end, the 8 of Pentacles. And I do feel really good for money for Gemini this year. All the dual signs, Gemini, Pisces, we could even throw Libra in there because Libra is kind of a dual sign. They have, the 2 sides of the scale, right? And so I feel a lot of you could really be improving your finances through like side hustles, things like that, or even just like starting businesses. The other thing is if you have been working on something for a long time, the 8 of Pentacles can represent material success on the horizon. So I feel a lot of you could be seeing improvements because of that. You have the Hierophant, definitely marriage potential. Again, it's kind of a love reading, kind of not. And so if you want love and you're meeting a person, I definitely feel really good about this. It's funny, I also said classes because the Hierophant is the teacher. So if there are any like classes or, social opportunities where you could learn, I think those types of activities would be good for you, especially involving your community. So we're talking about doing something local. You have the 3 of Cups, which is the energy, the people around you. So I feel those types of activities just could bring in new supportive people, new friends, things like that. And that's what I would focus on with the 3 of Cups there. So that looks really good. But let's see. With the 10 of Swords, you have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords, really good, actually. I feel like you're getting an answer on something that you've wanted an answer on for a very long period of time. So if you have been, like if someone left you isolated or someone left you out in the cold, you could finally be understanding like why this happened. I kind of feel, normally I don't really like that, but I do like it in your reading. It's almost like, it's allowing you to move forward. The other thing that's popping into my head is that this could have been something that happened like 3-4 years ago where someone left you out in the cold or someone ghosted you. And this could be the moment where you're truly set free from that, which is great. With the King of Wands, you have the 10 of Swords. Or no, the Eight of Swords, sorry. The Eight of Swords is self-imposed restriction. I feel like this is saying don't hold back, with the King of Wands. I feel like the King of Wands is really encouraging you to, you know, to really get out there, to really be social. It's like sometimes I think we do try to socialize, but we don't open up. We kind of clam up when we are around people. We don't try to make friends or, whatever. So I feel this is saying like it's time to party, right? With the Hierophant, you have the Two of Cups. Definitely a new connection that could be coming in for you if you want it. I feel this is clearly going to be something that moves quickly because we go up to the Eight of Wands to the Knight of Swords. It looks good. Ten of Cups, Four of Wands, marriage. So if you're hoping for a connection, this could be a really solid connection that's coming in for you. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have this Bear Tree. It says, don't waste your energy or efforts on something that is clearly not bearing fruit. I think more than any sign that I read for, you always get these cards with me about like really paying attention to cause and effect. Of course, you don't have any in this reading because I'm trying to prove a point, but you always get the Justice card with me. You always get the Wheel of Fortune with me, things like that. And actually your opposite sign, Sagittarius, does as well. So it's like you two signs need to pay very close attention to what's working, double down on the good stuff. You have this Koi Fish Spirit says you're manifesting more love, prosperity, and wealth into your life. All of it. So really good. And, you have Jupiter in your sign. I always say that, when you have Jupiter in your sign, sometimes you don't get the results right away. And so I feel, and you have the Eight of Pentacles. So what this is telling me is that this could be a foundational time for you, or it has been, since you've had Jupiter in your sign. It will be leaving in June. And I would keep working and putting in the effort, like especially if you're building something specific, like a business or a career or, just a project, right? It's like the work you put in now will bear fruit in the future. So do not give up. I think today I'm pretty sure we enter into the year of the snake in the Chinese, zodiac. And so the year of the dragon last year was, that energy is very much foundational and very much about like committing to one thing and making it happen. And this year, I think, is the year that things could really start to take off. So I would make sure that you're still, working. You have the Three of Cups, the Eight of Wands, and the Six of Swords. Three of Cups is a card of celebration, happiness. These three ladies here are celebrating a harvest. Now, this could also, I really just get the feeling of community on this card. I feel it would be a great time to find like new supportive people in your life or people who lift you up. And that's what I would focus on with that card. You have the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is quick success or quick movement. So I feel like there could be quick success coming in for you with the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is about building momentum and kind of like moving in a direction. So with the Eight of Wands, we have to kind of like pick one thing and make it happen. And focus is another thing that has come up for you before. So I would definitely pick one thing, make it happen. Another card that's amazing for socializing, Eight of Wands is communication, socializing. So I think it would be a great time for you to, socialize with people, meet new people. That will probably speed up your life. You have the Six of Swords. Yeah, moving on to calmer shores. Like I said, if you are getting an answer that you're waiting for, especially if it's in the form of closure from a person or closure from a situation, the Six of Swords would be about really being set free. So I feel you are kind of being set free. With the Three of Cups, you have the Judgment card. I would be careful of a person coming back from the past, although I feel pretty good about this card. But you do have the Knight of Swords right next to it. So I would be careful of like someone rushing in from the past here. But, overall, I feel the Judgment card is a card of answering the call to your purpose. This is your higher self angel. And the higher self angel is calling you up from your old life. They're standing in their coffins. The coffin is their old life. Outside the coffin is their new life. They need to go through that transformation. With the Eight of Wands, you have the Chariot, more speed, more momentum. We see going this direction, we see a lot of speed, a lot of movement, a lot of, momentum building as well. All three of these cards pretty much represent speed and momentum. The Knight of Swords can be a little bit challenging, but, again, with these other cards here, I feel pretty good about it. As long as you are moving quickly towards, good things, then this will be good. If you're running back to the past, then it will be bad. So even the Chariot, he has to do with leaving the past in the past. He has a city behind him, and he is leaving the city behind him behind. So he is being guided in a new direction, and that's the whole point of the Chariot. With the Six of Swords, you have the Ace of Wands here. Ace of Wands is out with the old and with the new, so everything here in this row is encouraging movement towards something new. Ace of Wands is also about following your inspirations or moving towards something that is inspiring you, and that's exactly what I would do with that card. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this By the Book card and this Orphan card. We already talked about it, that someone could have put you in isolation, or someone could have made you feel isolated. I feel the By the Book card is saying, I really feel we're in a time where people need to make sure that they're allowing things to develop as they need to develop. Like, as in, I think it's I think we should have a big vision, right? We should have like some big thing that we want to work towards. It's Pluto and Aquarius. It's like the star. It's like having a North Star, having one big idea. But we shouldn't be too focused on needing to accomplish that goal in a specific way. If you think like, oh, I'm going to build this business and it's going to go exactly according to plan, then you're going to feel stuck. But if you're saying like, I'm just going to get started, I'm going to see what works, I'm going to see what doesn't work, and I'm just going to kind of follow the flow, then things will go well. And I feel that's what this is saying. You have the Knight of Swords, the Four of Swords, and the Two of Swords. Knight of Swords says no rushing at this time, but I do feel good if you are building momentum in the right direction. Again, if you're stacking those small wins in your life, then things are going to go really well for you. If you're stuck, then then you need to get unstuck. And again, stacking small wins is the easiest way to get unstuck. It doesn't matter how small they are. But I would start thinking of like, how can I win even if it's just small, and stack as many as you possibly can, and it will motivate you. You have the Four of Swords, card of resting, relaxing, and recovering. I'm pretty sure everyone has had this card this week, so it could just be a good week to make sure you're resting, relaxing, recovering, healing, taking your time, all that other good stuff with the Four of Swords. You have the Two of Swords. Two of Swords is this or that thinking, and again, she is kind of like fixed thinking. She is thinking this or that, but she has this third place behind her. She has that new island behind her, which could be her moving in a new direction, or it could be her having another option to accomplish something that she wants to accomplish. She has this blindfold on, and so the blindfolds in the tarot can represent needing to trust your intuition, which definitely, I feel we are in a very intuitive time, and we really need to develop our intuition more. It's like, I think it's kind of weird that, AI came out at this time, although it doesn't surprise me. Pluto went into Aquarius, ChatGPT became popular, right when it entered the first time. I'm not even talking about when it actually officially entered the sign, because it retrograded several times. And so right at that time, chat became very popular. And I feel what people need to do is not turn into robots. I think I think that there are some great things that AI will do, but at the same time, I feel that we need to realize that we have spiritual AI. We have our spiritual connection, and if we develop our spiritual connection, the things we can do will be way more amazing than, whatever AI can do, right? So we need to make sure that we don't, allow them to turn us into robots. So that's what I would do with the Two of Swords. Trust your intuition. Rant over, right? With the Knight of Swords, you have the Four of Wands. I don't know. This could be a connection where you do commit very, very quickly, and it looks good. You have the Ten of Cups and the Four of Wands. Sometimes when you know, right? And so if you are meeting a person, I'm not saying you're going to like marry this person tomorrow, but it could be it could lead to commitment much quicker than what you are normally used to. So, that looks good. With the Four of Swords, definitely a new person. Page of Pentacles, sorry. Page of Pentacles is definitely a new person. Page of Pentacles is new communication as well. So I feel that. I feel like this person is a little bit, like, I feel like they're one note is what I feel like saying. That's not a bad thing, though, here, Gemini. It's like, I feel like they are very steady, like a steady person. You cannot, it's striking me as a person who it's like they have one mode of operation and that's it. But again, that can be good. Like, this person is like an anchor, or I don't know. I was trying to think of something else, but I got nothing. So, I think this person is very stable. Let's put it that way. With the Two of Swords, you have the Page of Cups. Yes, definitely a different type of person. I feel like you don't think this type of person exists, really. Two of Swords. Like, Two of Swords is you thinking, people are this way or that way, but this person is a totally different way. So it could be someone who's different than your usual type, or they could just surprise you with how they interact in a connection. I also feel for those of you that don't want love, and even if you do, the Page of Cups is a very good card for working on your dreams. He has this fish in the cup, and we were talking about the star energy. Even though you don't have the star card here, doesn't matter. I feel that having a vision and having just the big vision and then working towards it is what you need right now. I think it'll motivate you. I think it will help you get unstuck if you've been feeling stuck. You have this bear card. It says strength and resourcefulness. In this dog, it says loyalty and determination on it. And this is coming up in the area of the good stuff. Now, the Chariot is kind of a card of determination. He is determined to succeed. He is determined to find his place in the world. And so, the loyalty part could be you being loyal and committing to something that you want to accomplish. The Four of Wands doesn't have to be love. The Four of Wands can just represent committing to something that sets you free. And so that could be like a new business, a new job idea, a new direction in your life. Could be any of that. And I feel committing to something new would be a really good idea with these cards. You have the Eight of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, and the Four of Wands. The Eight of Pentacles is just straightforward, diligent work. Like I said, if you've been doing straightforward, diligent work and not getting much of a result, I feel that this year your results should definitely be improving. And so, but again, you have to have been working on something. And if you haven't been working on something, start now. You still have plenty of time. So, I would get to work, and it doesn't matter how much work. I think we are in a time of consistency. All you have to be is consistent and show up every single day and take one tiny step towards your goal, and you will eventually accomplish it. So, that's what I would be doing with the Eight of Pentacles energy. But again, if you have been putting your work in, then Eight of Pentacles can represent material success on the horizon. In the area of the good stuff, it can basically say you're getting results now. You have the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is like fortune after difficulty. So there could be a lot of improvements or just bigger and better improvements coming in for you. It's also a card of happy home, happy family, and definitely, good love reading. So if you want love, could be attracting a person where you have a family with this person in the future, or you develop a family with this person. That looks good. You have the Four of Wands. So again, could lead to marriage, which you have twice. The Four of Wands is also a card of freedom. And we are in a time of freedom. We still have Uranus and Taurus until the end of the year, basically. And Uranus and Taurus really wants us to feel more free. Uranus and Taurus wants us to do things that, kind of allow us to live the better life, or allow us to create a better life, which could involve more freedom, like the freedom to do what you want when you want, or, the freedom to travel, or whatever it is for you. And so a lot of you, it seems, are building that or trying to build that. With the Eight of Pentacles, you have the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands is everything you want and desire. I mean, no, it's not. Ten of Wands, he has a goal. He has something he wants to accomplish. And he has these 10 wands. And so he is burdened, but he is about to reach his home in the background. Again, the Eight of Pentacles. I was literally saying that you've been working on something for a very long period of time. Ten of Wands would say you're about to get your result. So do not give up on whatever it is that you're working on here, Gemini. And sorry, it's trying to focus on my eyeball, so let me cover my eye. And I would keep pushing. With the Ten of Cups, you have the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is about going on an adventure. I feel the Ten of Cups is about choosing happiness. So the Page of Wands would say, if you do not know what makes you happy, or if there are things that you don't know how to make yourself happy, then this could represent going on the adventure to find like hobbies or interests, or just things to do, or even positive people to surround yourself with. And finding those people would be a really good idea at this time, like I said at the beginning of the reading. So but we have to find those people. And like I have found in life that taking classes based off of your interests or your hobbies is always a good idea, because the people that go to those classes are interesting people. People who do stuff are more interesting, believe it or not. So again, you never know what you might discover, taking a class, doing something fun, whatever. With the Four of Wands, you have the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is planting seeds in a direction. It's almost like you have found something to give to, is what I feel like saying. And, he's giving to this person, not this person. So this is very good, because if you are looking for love, I feel you have maybe are about to find a person that you actually want to invest in. And again, that could be very, very good for you here, Gemini. So let's see. You have this hat card that says you will be playing a different role. I think I said something at the beginning of the reading about like side hustles or business. And so if you're like looking for a side hustle or business or whatever, you definitely could be playing a different role. You have this dark man card. It says dealings or relationships with a man with dark complexion or hair. And you have this fly. It says a period of ill health or depression. We talked about loneliness with this person. So like I said, it doesn't feel bad to me. I think it would go bad though if you do not call it out, like if there is certain behavior. Again, it's like sometimes, like I don't think people are bad when they do this. It's just, and this looks like a good person based off the reading, but again, maybe they're acting weird, maybe they're acting distant, or maybe they seem like they're playing games, and I don't think they really are. I just think if you're attracting a person who's lonely because of past situations they've been in, then I would call that behavior out so it doesn't continue. You have this beetle card that says good fortune on it. Yes, looks like a very fortunate reading, so that's good. You have this ram that says a stubborn, aggressive person. I would be careful of any past people in general. North Node in Pisces. We're going to have Venus retrograding in Pisces. That energy definitely can, bring past people out of the woodwork, so I would be careful. You have this harp. It says great happiness on it. The whole reading looks very happy. 10 of Cups. You have these cards that say you need to choose happiness. So, of course, happiness is a good idea. But this looks really, really good here, Gemini. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.